got home from this movie, I had a boner in my pants. Now, my roommate asked why, and I said for two separate reasons. One, Scarlett Johansson gets fully nude in this movie, which is a plus. And, as a film buff, you were going to really, really, really like this movie, because I did too. So I guess you can say I had a boner for two separate reasons. Never had that before. I kind of like it. Okay, roll the intro. Welcome to Roll Reviews. I'm Chase Lee. I'm here to review Under the Skin, which is the Scarlett Johansson fueled movie where she's in nearly every freaking scene in this movie, and it's directed by Jonathan Glazer. Now let's, before I get into this review, let me just say that this is a very, very slow and very, very artsy movie. So if you are a film buff or a film lover or like to just watch a film and like tear it apart and theorize about life and stuff, this movie is for you. If you are more of a mainstream audience goer and you see like 5 movies a year and you like the blockbusters and fast action-packed movies, fast cut movies, this movie is not for you. You will probably actually hate this movie. So with that being said, let's break this sucker down. Okay, so the directing, Jonathan Glazer. I've never seen Sexy Beast or Birth, which are movies that he previously did. But what really intrigued me about Under the Skin is 3 things. The premise sounded really cool, the trailer looked really good, and I wanted to see Scarlett Johansson do something new and something fresh, that we have not seen in a long time or ever before. So I have to be start off the bat like Jonathan Glazer loves Stanley Kubrick, because the one thing I liked about this movie is it felt like a Kubrick movie in terms of the shots and how they were very wide in scope, how they tracked the actors and how they would stay on a shot for a very long time and just let the actors do their thing. The music, just the general tone and feel of it felt like a Kubrick movie, and I really like that about this subject matter because it totally worked for what he was trying to portray in this film. Because the main thing that the director was trying to portray is humanity and what it means to be human. There's a lot of human elements in this movie, and the progression of Scarlett Johansson's character from her being an alien, whatnot, with just having skin on her, forming into this human that's more sympathetic and more loving and caring and stuff, and then it frightens her at the end. Like it's a very good progression of just humanity and like what I said, what it means to be human. And what's really cool about what Jonathan Glazer did is that he fused many genres together. Like he fused horror, sci-fi, like psychological, and the theme of what it means to be human. Like all those smacked like together, like just it worked so well. And some of the sequences in this movie are absolutely breathtaking to watch in terms of how he's portraying certain events in this movie. Like when Scarlett Johansson's character takes a young man, seduces him, and takes him to her lair where she harvests them for meat. You, as a director, you could have shown that like very graphically or whatnot. No. This director shows a very artful, and it just like there's images in this movie that will stick in your mind for days because they're just that good. And so I think with the overall tone and the creepiness to it and just the disturbing elements to it, this director, I want to see more of him. That's the best way to put this in terms of the directing. Fantastic job. Scarlett Johansson, I'll keep this brief and short. This is the best thing she's ever done, hands down. I really believe that she was just this alien that had no emotions, and like towards the end, like she progressed very, very well. And for that character, it really worked for her. Like that was pretty good casting, I'm not gonna lie. I really enjoyed her performance in this, just from start to finish. I thought she did a great job. And the fact that they used real people, because there's some scenes where she's driving a van, and they used cameras in the van and make it look like reality TV, but it wasn't reality TV. It was way better than that. But like they'll use the cameras like at the angle and like capture Scarlett, and like people would come off the street and like ask her questions and stuff, and those were real people. They weren't actors, which I thought was very awesome. It was, like I said, it made the story more grounded in reality and stuff, which I really appreciated. So there is that for you. The cinematography. Oh my God, so good. So good. Just the opening shot it starts out with black space, and like it just slowly just zooms in. It's many wide landscape shots. It's just beautiful. Every shot in this is just beautiful to look at. The color is amazing. It's just so rich, and with the, like I said, the disturbing elements in this movie, it makes just a very interesting watch, hands down. And like I said, there's a lot of tracking shots, following actors, which are very well done. There's nothing more I can say about it. It's very good cinematography. It's very crisp, very clean, very wide in scope, very beautiful. This is definitely some eye candy. You will not be disappointed. Now the editing. This is where it's going to change people's minds. Now, I really, really enjoyed this movie, but there's one thing I wouldn't mind if they did. Now, I like slow movies, but this movie, there's a couple scenes where I could have let it gone on for like 90% of the time and then cut off like the last 10, whereas the director made it go that full 100%, where you're just like, oh man, if you just cut that shot back just a hair, and kept it moving on, then it'd be fine. But that's literally my only complaint for this movie, is that there's just a few scenes where if they just chopped it off, or slipped it or slid it over another clip, made it shorter. Either way, if they just cut down a few scenes, it would have been perfect. This was just a haunting, disturbing, deliciously visceral theater experience that I haven't had in a very long time. And that also is the music too. I thought the music was awesome. I compared it to this. It was like a mixture of bad music and good music together, because there like some eerie parts would play off key. I'm just like, oh, that's so creepy. And then like good music would play like directly in the same bar, and it's like, well, that's really good. And it was really weird and trippy, but it worked so well for this material of what it means to be human. And like I said, the themes of humanity and just the emotions of a human and stuff, I thought were just portrayed so well in this. I cannot praise this enough, so I'm going to stop talking about it. I'm going to give this a strong 9 out of 10. I would have given it a 10 out of 10 if there was just a few cuts on some of the shots. So, yeah, that's all I can say about this movie. You guys need to go see this, especially if you're a film lover. You will not be disappointed. So have you seen Under the Skin, or have you even heard about it? Comment that place right below my face and let me know. And as always, thanks for watching my reviews. I'm Chase Lee, and go watch this movie. Get a boner for this film because it's awesome. I will see you guys later.